welcome back. It's your boy Hoodonomics. Well, Hood back at another again with another trade recap. Um, Honestly, this crazy 300 point dump is ridiculous, but we figured our ways out. Trump ain't. Never mind. We're not even gonna get into that. But let's just jump right into that trade recap. Let me fix my camera right here real quick. So, um, yesterday, obviously market open Sunday. We had the 300 point dump, and we had some 4 hour lows right here that was looking pretty nice. Obviously, as soon as market opened, boom, we took out these lows, and we just started chopping, following everybody into shorts. Right now, this is Asia session. Asia session honestly wasn't so bad. Um, we ended up taking this draw right here. After we took this draw, what I waited for is kind of like some type of reversal sequence, but since we had this 300 point gap, I knew there was we wanted to go higher and fill that whole gap up, right, for us to push down, because it's just looking so clean. So obviously here, after we took the draw, we just kind of started chopping. We took the we did it pretty much like a Sioux sequence. I thought it was gonna be like a reversal sequence from there, but once we had this candle right here closed bullish, even though there was no reason for us to go higher besides that 300 point gap, I knew instantly that we were going to go higher. So ended up waiting for market to show its hand, deal its hand. We ended up displacing right here on this candle, had a rebalance. Once we had that rebalance and we started pushing above this candle, I took these longs right here with two cons, two minis, and I ended up just letting the trade run. I ended up letting it run for 43 points. After that, I just kind of called it good night, and then I just went right back to sleep. But that was pretty much it for Asia session. I mean, nothing crazy, honestly. This morning when I woke up, I wasn't planning on trading, but market did have some crazy displacement, so I just kind of wanted to like see what that kind of looked like and all that. But trade for the day. So New York AM session now, right? New York session, once we opened, we had this draw right here. So what I was kind of looking for us to take this draw, because this is what fills up the whole gap, and then we ended up displacing lower, kind of like have like a reversal sequence. So we ended up taking the making equal highs with Nasdaq, and then ES we left an SMT. So once we left an SMT, I was kind of waiting for us to show for the market to deal its hand, but I wasn't so sure with going shorts because I didn't want to go against the narrative. The narrative was obviously bullish from like last week, pretty much, since we had that like whole 700 point push up. That was pretty much the whole narrative of it. So we just took out the 4 hour lows and we just displayed it higher. So I marked out this trade. I didn't want to take it. Honestly, it was a decent trade first for these shorts, 30 points, and then call it quits. But didn't want to go against narrative. So I ended up from waiting for market to kind of play around. Market ended up like, obviously you see this gap right here. There is no gap on ES, but there's a candle like this totaled out to for us to push probably about 118 points up, something like that, isn't it? Yeah, around 118 points, 126 points within a matter of like 3 minutes, which was crazy. It came out of nowhere. And so I kind of waited for the market to kind of play around. We ended up taking the draws finally on ES. Waited for that rebalance into this displacement right here into this city as well, because obviously when you have a crazy displacement higher, you don't want to just FOMO into longs, right? Obviously, market's gonna come down, rebalance, and then push even higher. So once we rebalanced, I seen the market displaced higher, disrespecting this city right here and these two candles. So I just kind of waited for market to deal its hand. Once we rebalanced into this displacement candle, we had a rejection off of it, and then we ended up displacing higher. Now, honestly, this should have been my entry right here, but I kind of waited because we didn't fully disrespect this bearish candle, and I kind of waited for a little bit. But once we had this candle rebalance, once we pushed a little bit higher above this candle, this bearish closure candle, I ended up taking the trade. So I ended up taking it on this candle right here, and then we ended up displacing higher, and I took full TP. At first it edged me, but I ended up taking full TP right here for your 30 points. Now I'm up on the day around 2,322,072 cents. Probably my biggest day, because that's obviously Asia and New York. I didn't want to trade New York, but once I seen that there was a clean setup, I had to take it. And that's kind of how like the market is. But that's pretty much it for my trade recap. Honestly, pretty easy day, pretty simple day. This week news are kind of looking not so good. So preserving capital is probably the best way to do it this week. Other than that, that's it for my trade recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be looking at and answer all the comments and the questions that you guys have. Other than that, that's about it. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, hopefully. Peace out. I don't know why I'm doing a shooting sign, but yeah.